Hey guys, welcome back to another tutorial. Thank you so much for watching. In this one, I'm going to show you how to create this really loose peach for summertime. I do have a bunch of other summer fruit tutorials, so be sure to check out my other videos from last year as well. So let's dive right into it. These are the colors I'm going to be using: olive green, alizarin crimson, and gamboge hue. I'm using Arches cold pressed paper. I've just cut it into a small little square here. And with my Wonder Forest round number 8 brush, I'm just taking some gamboge hue and I'm going to start roughly drawing in the shape of the peach. So this is just gonna be sort of a circle shape. So I've just drawn the one half of it, and then I'm taking clean water and I'm just dragging that paint into the wet area that I've created. I want to try to keep the center area a little bit lighter, so I'm going to jump on over to the other side for now. And I also want to try to keep my paint wet, so that yellow paint is still going to be wet. I don't want those edges to dry just yet. I'm taking my alizarin crimson now, and I've lightly sketched on the opposite side of the peach and just dragged some of that color down into the base of the peach. With gamboge hue again, I've added some more color. I'm keeping it a little bit darker towards the one side. And if you can imagine a peach skin, it's not just one solid color. It's got kind of mixes of red and yellow to make this orangey shade, and it's kind of a splotchy looking effect. So I'm going to try to mimic that here using these two colors. I've just lightly brushed on some paint color, and I'm using my brush to help blend them together with a little bit of water, and I'm also making sure to keep some white space on the peach skin as well. It's gonna help with some highlights and just to give it that loose effect. I'm adding in a little bit more alizarin crimson and just sort of swishing the paint around a little bit, getting it to blend nicely. And then with a little bit more gamboge hue, I'm going to create the top arch of the peach here. I want the stem of the peach to be coming out of this sort of dimpled area, just to help make it look a little bit more 3D instead of just sticking the stem at the very top. That'll make sense when you see me add the stem a bit later on. I'm just taking a really clean water right now, and I'm wetting the outside area of the background around the peach. And then using the very tip of my brush, I'm just lightly touching the water to some of that paint and allowing some of those areas to bleed out into the wet background. This is just going to help create that really loose splotchy effect that I love so much. You can also continue wetting the background just to help that paint spread a little bit more, because you really don't want any harsh edges along the parts that are bleeding out. I want to add a little bit of a highlight, so I'm just taking a tissue here and I'm going to blot up some of that paint from the very top edge of the peach, as well as along the side, just a little bit. Anywhere you think might have just a little too much paint, go ahead and blot that up if you feel like it. I just added a little bit more of a light area in the center right there. Now, using the very tip of my brush, I'm just going to fill in that top area. I want it to be a little bit darker because it is going to kind of be more in shadow when I get the stem in there. So I've let that dry completely, and now I'm going to go in and create another layer on top of what I've already done. So I'm taking a mix of the alizarin crimson and gamboge hue, and I've made this orange shade, and I'm just going to start applying that onto the dry paper using my brush. The paint isn't crazy wet, but I am going back in with a wet brush afterwards and sort of blending out those edges a little bit. So I'm just using my imagination here and creating some darker areas of the peach. I also want to make sure that I keep those white spaces in there, so I don't want to paint over them too much. And again, just using a damp brush to blend out some of those edges that I don't want to be super sharp. This new layer is really going to help start to add some dimension to the piece, and you can kind of see it coming together now. The skin is looking a little bit more peach-like and I'm just creating a little bit of texture, just using the very tip of my brush and just dragging some of the paint around and up and down to create little imperfections. With a darker mix of gamboge hue, I'm just going around that first edge and I'll let that blend out again using a wet brush. So I've let that dry completely again, and now I'm going to go in and add the stem. So I'm taking just a little bit of burnt umber that was already in my palette, and using the tip of my brush, I'm just gonna create this little brown nubby stem coming out of that dimpled area that I talked about. So you can see that it's not in the very top of the peach, but rather in that sort of dimpled area that I created. And using my hair dryer, I'm just going to dry that. With that pretty well dry, I can go in now and create a couple little leaves on the stem of the peach. So I'm using my olive green here. Again, I'm still using the exact same brush for the entire project, and I'm just going to start creating some sort of sketchy little leaves using the tip of my brush and then pushing down on the belly and then lightly dragging up to the tip again. And as always, making sure to leave that bit of white space in between just to create a little bit of separation. I'm just gonna go over that little stem again and add a bit of a shadow on the one side of the stem just to make it pop a little bit more. Now with a little bit of a darker mix of the green, I'm just gonna go along the edge and try to cover up some of that peach that's kind of translucent coming through the leaf. I also wanted to mention that if you guys are a fan of my Watercolor with Me books, I have changed my Patreon page. Every month now I'm doing 3 totally exclusive brand new Watercolor with Me projects exclusively for you guys over there. Stay tuned to the end of the video if you want to check out my Patreon club. And then using a little bit more of that orange mixture, I'm just going to darken the area of that indent where the stem goes. And that's all there is to it. That took me less than 10 minutes to complete, and I know that you guys can do the same thing. If you create this, definitely share it on the community tab, the post tab. I would love to see it, and I really hope that you guys liked this tutorial.